Hello, and welcome to the Connection News. This is the TCC Connections feature show where we highlight stories that have appeared in our bi-monthly publication. Today, I'm joined by Sonora Meadows, our Metro Campus editor. Today, we will be showcasing 3 stories that ran this season in the fall editions of the Connection.
Thank you, Zach. As the school year hits the halfway point, the college recruitment process has been in full swing. On November 12th, TCC's Southeast Campus held the Big Blue Blitz. Here's Thomas Hurt with the story.
High school juniors and seniors were given the opportunity to explore TCC's Southeast Campus and the rich variety of classes offered there. The Big Blue Blitz at Southeast Campus is a college recruitment day and information day for prospective students. Students showed up commendably early for a Saturday morning event. Check-in began at 9 a.m., though many were there even earlier for Big Blue Blitz, which thankfully included free breakfast. The opening ceremony was held in the Student Union Fitness Center, where greeters were stationed to welcome the attendees, which included high school students and family members. TCC's different disciplines of study each had tables prepared in the main area so students and parents could walk around to meet them or visit amongst themselves. This gave them time to meet professors and other students involved in these different disciplines. Taking time to speak to the students one-on-one in an unstructured way was very helpful and one of the many ways TCC gave students and their families individual attention during the day. There were booths for many of the schools available at TCC, such as health sciences, child development, business and information technology, liberal arts and communication, visual and performing arts, science and mathematics, as well as engineering and applied technology. Several of the booths stood out. The drama club was there to represent the visual and performing arts table, and the engineering and applied technology table was set up with computers and a drone that flew around the room. After breakfast, while everyone was still gathered in the main area, admission counselors came in to welcome everyone and officially begin the scheduled events. After some fun games, several faculty members spoke, and the drama club engaged the crowd with a couple of hilarious improv sketches. The students were then divided into 3 groups and shown around campus by the admission counselors. Several important aspects of the tour were the many stops where the guide spoke about different study areas and resources available to students for free, as well as giving them an opportunity to meet members from some of TCC's clubs and organizations. An informal lecture was also held during the tour to give students some insights into the kinds of opportunities a TCC education could afford them, as well as information about scholarships and special honors programs. The tour concluded with some more games and finally meeting back in the main area with the students' families. Raffle prizes were handed out, and the director of admission, Mike Harris, thanked everyone for coming.
I think it's really beneficial to the students. I definitely think that high schoolers need this to get involved and to find out what's going on the campus.
Open enrollment for classes started October 31st and is open until January 9th, 2017.
On November 16th in TCC's Center for Creativity, Tulsa's very own version of the popular TV show Shark Tank took place. They call it Demo Day, and it's the competition where 5 local businesses, still in the startup phase, participate in a live pitch competition, with the winner leaving with $15,000.
Demo Day 2016 was held at the Tulsa Community College Center for Creativity. The competition, sponsored by TCC and the Loback-Taylor Family Foundation, gave 5 unique businesses the chance to pitch his or her company to a panel of distinguished judges. The panel was loaded with professionals that not only know what it takes to start a business, but have first-hand experience doing so. As always with the Tulsa Startup Series, the art of the live pitch is in its purest form. When contestants started their pitches in front of the noticeably larger crowd gathered in the Metro Campus Center for Creativity, the 5 laid out their business models and previous accomplishments. The judges analyzed the pitches and came back with inquiries of their own. This is the part of the live pitch that can really separate the contestants. Answering these questions with grace and fortitude can result in high scores. Trying to prove to the judges that your product is something that is better than the rest, more convenient for consumers than the next product, and something that can be marketed effectively are all points that competitors try to touch on. The gentlemen from Agruity started their very own online marketplace for farmers and consumers to use, buy, and distribute fresh and local food. Spoketoe Beverage Co. is in the business of making better drinks, like tea and coffee, with better ingredients. Launchpad Labs works to provide skills that help during interviews in real-life situations, like working among professionals. Dear Girls Magazine is out to set the preteen magazine standard back to something more wholesome. Dear Girls inspires young girls to be thoughtful and dynamic. Popsicles are hot right now. That meaning hot as in Tulsans have many different choices when they want a frozen treat. But how many of those frozen treats are as accessible as consumers would like? Would it not be better if the popsicles came to the consumer? The Pop House has thought of all of these questions and acted accordingly. For now, the Pop House brings their frozen treats to the people by tricycle. The winner of Demo Day and the recipients of $15,000, the Pop House can fulfill its business plan of opening small, tiny house shops around town to distribute their popsicles. The judges heard and tasted the Pop House's pitch and decided that the Pop House was the most deserving of the Grand Prix.
First place is the Pop House.
Chris and Robbie Davis are brothers and the owners of the Pop House. The two siblings spoke on how excited they were to win Demo Day.
Pretty excited.
Pretty stoked?
For sure. This is going to be huge.
The Davis brothers plan to expand their operation by opening a flagship store in the coming months. Visit thepophouse.net and follow the company on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for more information on the Pop House.
To try some of the Pop House's frozen treats, visit the group's website at thepophouse.net.
On October 7th, the University of Tulsa football team faced off against conference rival Southern Methodist University. The game went down to the wire, but Tulsa quarterback Dane Evans willed the Golden Hurricane to an overtime win.
On October 7, 2016, the University of Tulsa defeated Southern Methodist University by a score of 43-40 in overtime. This American Athletic Conference matchup went down to the wire and featured 7 lead changes. Tulsa's quarterback Dane Evans threw for 247 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception in the win. SMU capped off a 70-yard opening drive with Kaman Freeman's 2-yard TD run. This quick drive, plus some of the punishing hits that were being traded, set the tone for the game and gave the Tulsa coaches an idea of what this game had in store. Tulsa stayed in the game with a field goal from kicker Redford Jones, and then on their next possession, running back James Flanders broke a 61-yard TD run with 3 minutes left in the first quarter to make the score 14-10 SMU. In the second quarter, SMU's kicker Josh Williams and TU kicker Redford Jones traded 2 field goals each. Jones knocked down kicks from 33 and 43 yards, and Williams banged kicks home from 39 and 44 yards. To end the first half, Raymond Taylor capped off a 7-play, 54-yard drive with a 2-yard TD, bringing the score to 23-22 TU going into halftime. Raymond Taylor came back out and returned the second half kickoff for 67 yards to the SMU 33. On this drive, the Mustang special teams came up big. Justin Lawler got a hand on TU's field goal attempt, giving SMU the ball deep in their own territory. With the help of a couple penalties courtesy of TU, SMU scored on a walk-in 19-yard TD pass from Ben Hicks to tight end Jeremiah Gaines. This brought the score to 27-23 SMU. On the ensuing possession, TU drove right back down to answer with a 13-yard strike from Dane Evans to Josh Atkinson. The score was 27-30 TU with 10 minutes left in the third quarter. From this point, the two defenses buckled down and began a stout standoff that went until 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter when Dane Evans was intercepted by SMU defensive back Darian Milanez. Milanez returned the pick down to the TU 15 with the help of an illegal block in the back on the return. SMU running back Braden West finally hit pay dirt on a 2-yard TD to bring the score to 34-30 SMU. Tulsa was up to the task. D'Angelo Brewer helped TU answer back with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter when he broke off a 35-yard TD run to make the score 37-34 TU. Despite nearly intercepting 2 different Ben Hicks passes, the TU defense let SMU line up the game-tying field goal. Josh Williams executed the kick, and the game went to overtime, tied at 37-all. Tulsa won the coin toss and opted to defend first and forced SMU into a field goal. On Tulsa's overtime possession, Evans decided to keep the ball and run for the game-winning 14-yard score. The final score of the game was TU 43, SMU 40. Tulsa finished the season 9-3 and is waiting on an invitation to its second consecutive bowl game under head coach Philip Montgomery.
Since this game, TU has finished the season with a record of 9 wins and 3 losses. TU will face Central Michigan in the Miami Beach Bowl on December 19th. The game starts at 2:30 p.m. and will be on ESPN.
Thank you so much for joining us today on the TCC Connection News. You can always find the full version of these stories on the Connection's website, theconnectiontcc.com.
Thank you again for watching. I'm Sonora Meadows. For Zach Redwood, happy holidays, TCC.